everyone. Welcome to Yoga Mom and Babies. Please come and join me in some relaxing yoga poses for you and your baby. By the end of this lesson, we hope that you will all be able to perform a variety of yoga poses and smooth transitions with you and your baby. Let's review some of our safety guidelines. First, please make sure you look at your surrounding environment and make sure nothing is in your way, that you're able to lift your baby, if you need to the side and to the other side, and that nothing is on the ground that could possibly injure you or your baby. Please remove your socks and your shoes to avoid slipping. Also, when you're carrying your baby, lifting your baby, or doing any of the activities with your baby, please ensure you're holding them accurately. If it's 0 to 4 months, please hold in a cradle position with special care on their neck and head. If they are older than 4 months, please ensure that you're holding the baby appropriately for their development. Otherwise, make sure you have the strength to hold your baby for the different poses. If you do not, then please modify each of the activities so you can do so. Now that we've reviewed the safety guidelines, I'd like to introduce you to my fill-in baby. He will be first resting gently on the ground as I begin in a seated cross-legged position. Let's first begin by doing some relaxing breathings. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now as we begin to inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, bring them down in front of you. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring your hands up. Exhale, bring them on down. Now this next time we do it, we're going to inhale, bring our hands up, and then lean forward into your baby and give them a nice kiss. And come on back up. Inhale, bringing your hands up, meet at the top. Exhale, down. Meeting, bringing the hands up, down, exhale. And this next time we're coming up and giving the baby a kiss. Down. And back to our seated position. Okay, now I'd like you to put both hands on either side of your baby and come into a kneeling position, just like so. Make sure that your hands are right below your shoulders and your knees are right below your hips. Once in this position, bring your hips up to the ceiling and back, and look your head back, and begin to pedal out your feet with each inhale and exhale. We're going to do this 5 times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Remember to look at your baby. You can make funny faces as you're doing this. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. Now that we've completed downward dog, we are now going to go into flat back plank position. Bring your feet outward more. Make sure your hands are still directly underneath your shoulder and that your back is straight. You should not have lowering, sagging, or up high back in downward dog. Make sure you're in plank position. Begin by lowering into chaturanga, by bending your elbows and bring your body down. Put your hips on the ground and raise your chest to the ceiling and your head to the ceiling, and finish in a cobra position. Let's move into a pose called Warrior One. Start on all fours. Bring your left foot forward and grab your baby. Be very careful depending on how old your baby and how developed they are. Bring your leg back, your right leg back, and bend at the knee, and make sure your chest is nice and high. We're going to start off by rotating towards our right side. Continue holding your baby appropriate to your level. Rotate and hold for 5 deep breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. Continue back to neutral position with having your body facing forward. Bring your baby up to the sky. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring the baby back down into neutral position, having your arms 90 degrees, and rotate to your left side. Hold this for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. Continue back to a neutral position and raise that baby high to the sky and hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Bring baby back to neutral position and bring that right leg forward. Okay, now let's do the same thing with our other leg. Bring your right leg forward and bring your left leg all the way back, bending at your right knee and lower down. Let's first start by rotating towards our left side. Once we're towards our left side, let's hold for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last breath. Inhale, exhale. Now return you and your baby to a neutral position, looking forward, and then raise your baby up to the sky and hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Return baby to neutral position and turn to your right side. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Return back to neutral position and bring that right leg back. We are now showing you a modification for Warrior 1. This is for babies that are able to support their neck. Please hold the baby under their armpits and make sure the baby is facing you. When you go to raise or twist the baby, ensure that the baby is fully supported under the armpits. Raise in an upward direction in front of you. Make sure your arms are fully extended and hold for the proper amount of breaths. Next, we're going to go into a cat-cow sequence. First, I would like you to raise your baby up one final time. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now, as you lower your baby, begin to also lower at your hips. Make sure your back is not rounded and it's nice and straight. Begin to lower at your knees, gently placing the baby down to the ground. Readjust baby so they're facing forward towards you and put both hands on either side of the baby. Now walk both of your feet out so they're on their balls of your feet. And we're going to hold this plank position for 3 breaths. Make sure your back is nice and straight and your hips are not high or low. They're in line. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now come on down into downward dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now return to plank position. Come down into chaturanga and cobra pose. And hold cobra pose for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And bring those knees back and end in tabletop position, overlooking your baby. Now that we're in tabletop position, we're going to start off by going into cat pose. Bring your head to your chest and bring that spine up to the sky. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come back into tabletop position, and we'll transition into cow pose by raising our head to the sky and bringing our belly button towards the ground. And let's hold that for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now come back into tabletop position, and we're going to do this with each inhale and exhale. Inhale, I want you to get into cat pose by bringing your head down and your spine up. And on the exhale, I want you to come down into cow pose. And we're going to do that for 5 breaths. And let's start in our tabletop position. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last time. Inhale, exhale. And come back into tabletop position. The next sequence we're going to do is called rocking, rolling, and a bridge. This incorporates our abdominal muscles, so to ensure that we can do it properly, make sure you first can do it without the baby before putting the baby on your hips. I'll explain it more as we go along, but please take the instructions into consideration before completing the task. We're going to start off by moving our baby to the side and come into a cross-legged position. Now that your baby is beside you, reach over, gently grab your baby, and bring it securely into your arms. We're going to bring both feet up, flat on the ground, knees are bent, and we're going to slowly lower back to a flat back position. Once in this position, keep baby in a cradled position nice and firmly against your chest, and bring your legs up so there's a 90-degree angle at your knee. Next, we're going to show you a modification for the rocking rolling exercise. If your baby can support its head, we recommend you use this option instead. Please first pick up your baby and place it onto your knees. Lean back into a flat back position on the ground. Once you're in this position, make sure that your knees come back up with flat feet. Then raise your legs up to the sky, making sure your legs are parallel to the ground at a 90-degree angle at your knees. Once you've established this position, please bring your baby onto your shins, belly down. Support your baby by its arms or under its armpits and make sure it's very well supported for this position. When you rock, gently rock and do not do full range of motion. Now that our legs are at 90 degrees, we're going to begin to rock. We're first going to rock to our left side on the inhale and return back to normal position on the exhale. And rock to our right on the inhale and return to normal position on the exhale. And let's do this 4 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And return those feet back to the ground. We're going to go to a bridge pose. Start off by bringing your baby gently to your chest. Support its head and its bottom. Then we're going to raise our hips up to the ceiling. Make sure you try to get your hips as high up as possible, keeping our shoulder blades firmly on the ground. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Return back to the ground. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. And then raise those hips back up to the sky, getting as high as possible, shoulder blades still on the ground, and hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And lower down. We're going to continue that sequence, but as we inhale, we're going to raise our hips up, and exhale, we're going to put them back down to the ground. And we're going to do that for 5 breaths. So inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, bring them to the ground. Inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, bring them back to the ground. Inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, bring them back to the ground. Inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, bring them back to the ground. One last time. Inhale, bring your hips up. Exhale, bring your hips back down to the ground. Now gently roll over to the side where your blanket's at and put your baby firmly on the ground. And roll back onto flat back position. Next, we're going to show you a modification if your baby can support its head. This is the position you end in rocking and rolling. In order to transition into the bridge, please gently bring your baby from your shins back down to your belly. Make sure their back is on your knees and their head is on your knees, and hold them under their armpits or as on their arms. Next, we're going to raise our hips up to the sky and try to get them up as high as possible. Your baby should be floating on your hips and lower back down. And we're going to complete the same sequence as shown before. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One last breath. Inhale, exhale. Now bring your baby to the side and place them gently on the mat. Next, let's transition into a pose called goddess squats. First, let's roll over onto our stomachs. Now let's get back up into our plank position. With the balls of our feet back, our legs fully extended, our arms fully extended, and our hands just below our shoulders. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Next, we're transitioning into downward dog. Look back at your toes, have your arms fully extended, and your hips up high. Hold for 3 breaths. Last breath, inhale, exhale. Now walk your feet forward so you're in a flat back position. Your hands should be close to your feet or touching the ground if possible. Otherwise, bring your arms back up, your shins, and make sure your back is nice and flat. Now we're going to turn and face our baby and get into that same pose. Bend slightly at your knees and retrieve your baby. Now once you have your baby, begin to heel toe your feet outward. For this position, your legs should be fully extended at this point and very wide, beyond your shoulder width apart. Now let's bring your baby up to his chest and hold securely into your chest. We're going to begin our squat by bending at our knees, which should go right over our toes, keeping our back nice and straight and looking in a forward direction. Let's hold this for 3 breaths. And up we go. Now bring your baby up for a kiss. And back down. And now let's do that again 2 more times. Lower down, hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Come all the way up, give your baby a kiss, and bring them back down. One last time. Bend at the knees, bring your butt into a sinking position, keep your head and your chest high, and hold for 3 breaths. Last time. And up we go, and give your baby one last kiss. If your baby is able to support its own neck and head, please use this modification. Hold at their armpits, directly in front of you, keeping your arms with a slight bend. Next, after we've completed the squat, raise your baby up to the sky. Hold for 1 breath and bring back down. Remember to keep the same amount of breaths, holding each for 3. Next, we're going to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, back all the way in so our feet are together. We're going to bring our baby by lowering them down, bending at the knees, and gently placing them back down onto the ground. Of the video, please take your baby's blanket and slide it back in front of you. Place hands on either side of your baby, bring up into downward dog, look back down at your toes, bring your hips nice and high, and hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Next, come into plank position and lower down into chaturanga. Hips come to ground and raise up into cobra. Hold cobra for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now bring your left leg forward and make sure your right foot has its toes curled under. And hold this position for 3 breaths. Lower your leg in front of you so it becomes parallel to your leg. Now that we're in the butterfly pose, reach forward, grab your baby, bring them in close to you, and lean and press down on your legs. We're going to hold this for 3 breaths. Try to get deeper and deeper with each breath, pressing your elbows down on your knees. One last breath. Inhale, exhale. Reach forward and place the baby back down on its blanket and return to butterfly pose. Next, we're going to do the same stretches we did before butterfly pose on the opposite leg. Bring your left leg back and your right leg forward and hold this stretch for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Now lower that right leg so it's perpendicular to your body and lower into the stretch. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now come on back into a cross-legged position. Once we're in a cross-legged position, start off by moving your baby closer to you. Put one hand on either side of your baby. Bring your legs back. Widen your legs so you can get deep into a stretch. Lower your hips down. Bring your baby slightly closer to you and extend your arms forward. We're going to hold this stretch, which is called child pose, for 10 breaths. Feel free to have fun with your baby during this pose. You can blow raspberries on its belly. You can join their hands together. You can tickle their feet. You can give them kisses. Whatever you feel is right. Hold for 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 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 exhale. Coming out of child's pose, back into kneeling position, and that concludes our yoga class. Thank you all for participating in our mom and baby yoga class. We look forward to having you watch our videos in the near future.